Noam Chomsky once said, if it's wrong when they do it, it's wrong when we do it. Keep this in mind as I discuss with you today the upcoming meeting between President Biden and President Putin, and what does it mean for the future of the American-Russian relations. My name is Dr. David Oualaalou, and welcome to Geopolitics in Conflict. Be the change you want to see in the world. We have a brand new Patreon membership that you can join today.
As a patron, you are now part of something bigger than yourself. The world is a global community now. Only the mainstream media hasn't caught up. They aren't sharing the news that you deserve.
You can help us bring the world onto the same page by supporting the show.
Not only do you become part of a larger global solution, but you get some important perks as well. Please check out the link in the description box below.
So today, I wanted to update you about the upcoming meeting on June 16th between President Putin and President Biden after the G7 meeting that's going to be taking place in Europe. The meeting between the Russian president and the American president will take place in Geneva. And why is that important that I decided to do a video on it? It's because I want to let you know about some key issues most likely will be addressed during this meeting. And also to highlight to you where the American-Russian relations are headed in light of the many discussions between Moscow and Washington, and tensions, if I may use the term. So first, let's talk about why the meeting is important, or is it? We need to consider what President Biden said about President Putin, that he is, and I quote, a killer. Usually it's not a language you use when it comes down to diplomacy. And yet, President Biden decided he does want to meet with the Russian president. But here is the thing, why you need to understand that this meeting is not just about the US-Russian relations. It is about China. Yes, this might surprise you, but because the United States is realizing that China and Russia are getting closer, more and more, and they are collaborating not only from space and technology, but also nuclear projects and also investments in the Arctic. All this has one objective and one objective only, is to shift the global order as we know it, and also to lead the world into a multipolar system, not headed by the United States anymore. And did I mention that Russia and China will be trading with each other in their own currencies? That is a very key factor for you to understand where this is going. But let's go back to why the meeting is important. Well, basically, the US president indicated that he's going to press Russia for human rights. Russia, on the other hand, responded by saying it will have some unpleasant signals that the administration or President Biden is going to be surprised when he met with his counterpart. And basically what the United States is talking about when it comes down to human rights, they're talking about the case of Navalny, the opposition who is detained currently in Russia. However, what the West is now reporting is that MI6 is involved or was involved with Navalny. In other words, was Navalny an agent of MI6? I'll let you decide on that. Because there was some sort of information, but there is a recording of a meeting that took place between an agent from MI6 and a representative of Navalny. But that's not the point what we are focusing here on. As I said again, what we're focusing in is that this meeting between Russia and the US has much more a geopolitical tone to it than it is a bilateral relations between Russia and the United States. Once again, because the United States is concerned about this rapprochement between Russia and China, because it will have a significant impact on the global order as you and I know it. Because when you consider, for example, China's economic growth, when you consider China's contribution to the global economy, when you consider China's sheer size of the market, you will see why the United States is having concerns over this rapprochement between those two countries. On the other hand the other side of the equation, when you look at the United States, what do you see? And I am not bashing America here because I am an American. It's when you look at how the economy is performing, when you look at the squabbling, the political squabbling taking place in Washington, when you look at a society that is, it's almost like embarking on a defeated attitude. You can just see where the concerns emanating from the White House as to maybe we need to meet with the Russians and see if we can pull them away from China. I don't foresee that the United States will succeed into that because China and Russia, their partnership will work better for both of them because they both share a common enemy, the United States. But also both of them share common objective, is to push the United States as far away as possible from the Asian area altogether. So that is the reason why this meeting, it's going to be about, despite what you hear in the West. And I intended to do a follow-up after the meeting, just to highlight a few key points that's going to be discussed during the meeting. But the bottom line to all this is that the United States is very, very concerned about this rapprochement between Russia and China. And when you look at where the two countries, Russia and China, are operating, you take, for example, the Arctic, that there have been some massive investments from both countries in that part of the world. When you look at also their cooperation regarding the nuclear energy, when you look at also the involvements in the Middle East, when you look at also both China and Russia involvements in Africa, Latin America, you can just see why the US is concerned about this. And you add to this the financial aspects of it, with China moving forward with its digital yuan, okay? Some say they use the term RMB. It won't matter as long as China and Russia are both able to avoid the SWIFT system altogether. What does it all this mean, geopolitically speaking, is that the shift is already taking place. And the shift has been taking place already. But this is now more prevalent than ever because China and Russia will benefit from the decline of the United States leadership around the world. And that's a reality we cannot avoid or pretend that doesn't exist. It's a fact that Washington will need to come to a grip with. It's like the changes coming with the rise of China economically and technologically that still the West and the United States are having a hard time accepting. And yet the world is going to move forward, whether we like it or not. So, this is what I wanted to share with you. I know it's a brief here to keep you informed about what's going to be taking place for the upcoming meeting. So, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Also be sure to check out our other videos. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we can't thank you enough for watching our videos. And as always, stay informed. Till next time. Bye-bye.